everybody? Welcome back to the Off the Rip podcast, episode number 8. I'm your co-host, Tucker Hall.
And I'm your co-host, Bailey Berry.
We wanted to hop on here and talk about a little sports at first. I believe we got some upcoming events that are super exciting. And we got the college football season coming up. We'll get to that in a second. But first, our subscriber count's been growing the past couple episodes, and we really appreciate you guys. Our views have been growing a lot. We can tell that you guys really like getting guests on and stuff, so more of that to come in the future. But we're actually closing in roughly on 100 subscribers, so if you haven't yet, go down below, hit that subscribe button, and for 100 subscribers, we want to do something a little special for you guys. We want to do some sort of like giveaway or contest. We're still kicking around ideas, so more to come in the next episode with some updates, but we're thinking of possible giving away merch, t-shirts, stuff like that. And for the contest side of things, more so of like whoever can bring the most subscribers, give us some proof on that. There's something special on there, possibly even a guest appearance on the podcast.
Yeah, and we really want to grow locally and very authentically. And so if we've been reaching out to people to come on as guests, and there's a lot more guests that we are working on right now that we think will be great guests for the channel. But if we haven't reached out to you, it doesn't really matter. But if you have a band, if you're starting up a small business, if you're starting a YouTube channel, if you're starting a podcast, if you're doing anything, if you have something to come on here and talk about or promote yourself, we definitely want to have you on the podcast. So feel free to reach out to us. You can comment on the video. You can message either one of us on Instagram or message the Off the Rip podcast on Instagram. We're just looking to grow and to really make this a community in our community, and we just think that would be super dope. So please reach out to us, and we're definitely going to start reaching out to a lot more people, and we really look forward to growing from there.
Yeah, for sure. And having people on from our community that are like creators themselves, creating like a community of creators is super dope. I think there was actually that you showed me something a while back that it was like Pharrell Williams and a bunch of other people have like this group of like, they call themselves the creators or something like that.
Oh, dude, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, and it's just like a bunch of collaborative minds coming together to. It's literally pretty much like that is a glorified networking group. Yeah. But it's like they are very creative people. Yes. And that's essentially what we're going for.
Yeah, you know same exact vibe. Like obviously, like we do the podcasting thing in the YouTube kind of space. Other people in our area I know do the YouTube thing. We have people we know that are in bands that are killing it. In local cities. Hell, some of them even have studio albums. Yeah, that's dope. True. We know a lot of guys that are doing art, and a bunch of other stuff too. So yeah, if you want to hop on the podcast, please reach out to us. Don't wait for us to reach out to you. We're going to reach out to people. We have been. But yeah, we definitely want to get some more people on this podcast and start growing this community. Yeah. Because it's been awesome. But yeah, like we said, 100 subscribers coming in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we're gonna do something special for that. Yeah. So that's kind of the housekeeping stuff out of the way. To jump right into it, we're going to start off with UFC 292.
Damn, we're starting off with that. Okay.
Starting off with it, because that's coming up this Saturday. It comes in first before everything else that's coming in the next month. Yeah. But yeah, Sean O'Malley versus Aljamain Sterling. Aljamain Sterling, the champion. Yeah. Sean O'Malley. Is this his first time fighting for a belt?
Yeah, it's Sean's first time fighting for a belt.
Okay, so this is exciting.
Oh my gosh, dude. It's so exciting. And he has no losses, or he likes to say he has no losses, but
he has a disqualification?
No, it's considered a loss because he broke his ankle. Somewhere in his foot. I think it was his ankle. Oh. But it was against someone that's fighting on this card. He fought Cheeto Vera, or Marlon Vera is his real name. But he fought Cheeto, and then he hurt his foot and wasn't really able to continue the fight, so that counted as a loss for Sean. Kind of like how Conor hurt his foot against Dustin Poirier, but that counts as a loss for Conor and a win for Dustin. It's a very similar situation with what happened to Sean. So it's like, do you count that as a loss? But he's not lost crazy fight. He hasn't got his ass beat. He hasn't got knocked down or knocked out.
TKO or knockout, yeah.
Exactly. So that it's gonna be a great fight. And Aljamain Sterling, in my opinion, I think he's really proven himself. Whenever he went from the fro to the braids, I don't know what it was, but whenever he beat Petr Yan, and then he just ran through TJ Dillashaw, but TJ Dillashaw's shoulder was out of socket the whole time, so we're not even going to call that a fight. But then, after he beat Henry Cejudo in this last fight, I mean, he's definitely proven himself as the champ, and they're talking a lot of smack about this fight, so I would love to see Sean win because he brings so many eyes to the UFC. Mm-hmm. He's a YouTube creator, and he's collaborating with the Nelk Boys all the time. Dana White literally loves him because he's brought so many just like young kids and eyes to the UFC, so he just has a large fan base. So I think him being a champ would be a great person to be champ. It would bring more eyes to the UFC. So regardless, that's going to be a very interesting and fun fight. I hope Sean wins, but I mean the better fighter is always going to win.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
he does. Sean definitely brings that Conor McGregor-esque vibe to this fight.
100%.
You know, he's bringing the fan base, the like diehards of these Sean O'Malley fans. Mm-hmm. Especially, I mean, he has his own podcast.
Yeah.
Like you said, he does YouTube. He's collaborating with a bunch of other creators. So like, he's got a huge fan base online.
Yeah.
Bringing this to the sport, so it's gonna be a good fight.
Yeah.
I guarantee it. Regardless of all that, like these two guys are warriors.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a great fight. Plus, it being a championship fight, it just means more.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then right after that, you got another championship fight. Zhang Weili and Amanda Lemos.
Yeah.
I don't know who did Amanda Lemos fight previously. Do you know?
No.
I don't know either. I know Zhang. I've seen her fight 2 or 3 times.
I'm trying to think who
Rose, right?
Rose wasn't the last fight, I don't think. Was it? Did she fight Rose 3 times?
Well, I know she fought Rose once, and Rose beat her to take the belt. And then they fought again for a rematch.
And Rose just
kind of didn't show up.
Yeah.
And she took the belt back.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she has fought since then.
She has. She has. I know she has. And her last fight was not against Rose. I can't tell you who it was, though. And this chick that's fighting her, I've heard things about her, and I've been watching like the UFC Embedded for this fight week coming up. And she is serious, dude. Like, I think that she's gonna give Zhang Weili a great fight, a great challenge. But I mean, I have not watched her enough, and she's not one of those names that's like, oh man, this chick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she's not an Amanda Nunes or a Ronda Rousey or Holly Holm. Or a Rose. But I think she's gonna bring a good fight. I mean, she's getting the belt. She's getting the shot at the belt. So
yeah, so she's definitely
earned it.
Earned it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one that you were talking about, Marlon Vera, Cheeto.
Yeah.
He's fighting Pedro Munoz.
Yeah. Which is crazy. Pedro Munoz was Sean O'Malley's fight right before Petr Yan, which Petr Yan was his last fight, and it's been a long time since Sean fought. Not saying he has ring rust. Like, it's not like he's been inactive. He's been in camp for a long time preparing for his shot at the belt. But before he fought Petr Yan, he fought Pedro Munoz, and that ended up going to a no contest because it was like an eye poke or some shit. And the doctor checked him out, and Pedro just kind of tapped out. But Sean was piecing him up. So
I think I remember that fight.
Yeah.
Now. Yeah.
So it's like okay, is Pedro being a bitch right now, and is he trying to get out of this because he doesn't want to be beaten by Sean O'Malley?
Yeah.
Because Pedro Munoz was kind of one of those first big names that Sean got, and he got in there and he's like, oh wow, this kid's for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you all can be the judges on that fight how you want to be, but I really think that he wanted to get out of there because he didn't want to get beat by Sean. But Pedro Munoz is fighting Cheeto. I think that's going to be a great fight. I think Cheeto's going to win. Pedro Munoz has been fighting for a long time, though. But, I mean, he's a vet, you know what I mean? So, I mean, you never know what performance he could put on that night. But I do think that will be a great fight. And that's another bantamweight fight. Like, the fight for the belt is the bantamweight belt. Then we got Pedro and Cheeto fighting in the bantamweight class. And I think there's another... Is there another fight? There's a bunch of other fights happening tonight. I know Neil Magny is fighting Ian Gary, which is going to be a banger of a fight. But I think they might be... Are they middleweight or welterweight? They might be middleweight or welterweight. What's another fight happening? Oh, Chris Weidman's fighting.
Yeah, Chris Weidman's coming back.
Yeah.
This is his first fight since breaking his leg, correct?
Is that right? I don't know.
I haven't seen him on another card.
That's been
and that was a while ago.
That's been so long.
Yeah.
I used to get Chris Weidman and Luke Rockhold mixed up.
Yeah, because the Chris Weidman fought Anderson Silva, right?
Yeah.
And Anderson Silva destroyed his leg.
Yeah.
I mean, shin went to go for a low leg kick, and Chris blocked it perfectly, and that shin just snapped.
It wrapped around it.
And then, fast forward, Chris Weidman's fighting again. I think he was fighting on the Kamaru Usman Jorge Masvidal card.
That sounds right. I think it was that night.
He did the low leg kick, and the dude checked it, and Chris Weidman's shin wraps around this dude's leg, just like that one. Because I remember that night we were sitting there talking about it. We were like, that is kind of creepy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was almost as creepy as like Dustin Poirier getting knocked out by a head kick the same way Kamaru Usman did.
I know.
You know, it was that kind of like creepiness.
It is
to it.
Yeah.
So this may be his first fight since then. I'm not sure, but I think it might be.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Because that's a tough injury.
Yeah, that is a tough injury.
But that was 2 years ago, so he may have fought it since.
Yeah. Was that only 2 years ago?
I believe so.
Was that only 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Regardless, that was crazy though. That was insane, and I think that is a welterweight fight or middleweight. But
he's fighting Brad Tavares. Is that how you say his name?
I don't know how you say.
Yeah,
I don't know how you say.
It's on the prelim card, so it's not making the main card. But yeah, this is gonna be a super good fight card.
It is. I'm so stoked for it. I am, especially the main event. I mean, Chris Weidman's on the undercard. He's not even fighting on the main card, which I think is crazy. But it's probably just because he's not been active. You know what I mean? He's kind of finding his way out of the UFC, which usually happens with those older fighters. You hate to see it, but I mean, it's still a cool fight to have on there. You know? Yeah,
for sure. I always enjoyed watching Chris Weidman fight.
Me too.
He was like a hometown kid.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
So we got that coming up this Saturday.
Oh, yeah. Which, whenever this episode comes out, we will know the results for that fight.
Yeah.
Which sucks. So. But I wish we could talk about that after the day of. But we definitely will in the next episode. But damn. Hopefully my predictions are right.
Yeah.
I hope Sean O'Malley wins that fight. I do.
Yeah.
I do.
It would be dope. And honestly, I follow Sean O'Malley more than I followed Aljamain Sterling.
Yeah.
He's just a name that I know. I haven't really watched him fight too much.
Of course.
So I'm gonna go with the Sean O'Malley too.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and do it just in case we can get a clip out of it. I'm gonna call Sean O'Malley 3rd round knockout.
3rd round knockout. Holy cow.
Knockout TKO.
Knockout TKO. Oh man. I hope that it doesn't go to the ground. But Sean's been training a lot on the ground. I'm gonna say the fight goes the distance, and unanimous decision for Sean O'Malley. I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Yeah,
I really do.
He's just got so much power standing up, and he's so crafty with his striking. I think he can do it.
He's long.
He's
long. Aljo he looks like he was freaking chiseled. Yeah. Like he was crafted by a artist. You know what I mean? Like he cuts so much weight, and he's just so tight. He's crazy, but he's a lot shorter than Sean is. Sean's pretty tall to be a bantamweight.
Yeah. To
fighting that low of weight, and I think he's like 5'11". That's pretty skinny. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's like skinny. 30 pounds lighter than I am, and I'm 5'11". You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it's gonna be a good fight, and I hope you're right.
Yeah. We'll see. If we can clip it.
Yeah, clip that shit.
But yeah, so this Saturday we got the UFC 292. Next weekend, boys, we kick off the college football season. The very first game at 2:30 is going to be Notre Dame, and they are playing Navy in Dublin, Ireland.
No way.
Notre Dame Irish are playing in Dublin, Ireland for the
Wow.
first game of the season. 2:30 p.m. is going to be a good game. I'm sure Notre Dame's going to handle the Navy midshipmen. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
But still, just for college football to be back on, dude.
Yeah.
It's the last Saturday without college football.
Dang,
The
that's awesome.
weather broke a little bit this week.
It did, dude.
You know what I mean?
It
I walked
really did.
outside and it was like 70 with a breeze, and I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
you know, I need
Yeah.
to see these leaves falling, dude.
Oh,
I need
yeah.
it. I need football in my life again, and I am
Mhm.
so excited for it.
Mhm.
And that same day, you're gonna have USC, number 6 in the country. They're gonna be going up against San Jose State. I think it's at 9:30.
Mhm.
I know it's a West Coast game, so they tend to come on later. But yeah, 2 decent games. I don't really care. It's college football, so
Yeah.
I'll put up with the BS games at first.
Hey, I get it.
But yeah, so then after that weekend, we gotta wait until Thursday. And Thursday, Florida takes on Utah
On Thursday.
on Thursday.
Wow.
Florida's opening up with Utah like they did last year. Utah is number 15 in the country. Last year, Utah was number 7, and Florida beat them with the last-second interception on the goal line. I got super hyped. I was with you watching that game.
Dude, I remember that.
And I got so hyped. So
We were
hyped
at
when
Anna's
we got,
house.
yeah.
Yeah.
When they got that pick, I
Yeah.
yelled, and then I don't even remember what happened. I kind of blacked out for a second because I was
Yeah.
so nervous for that game.
Yeah,
And I
dude.
really thought Florida was back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of had a rocky season, and to be honest with you, I really do think we're going to have a rocky season.
Yeah, you feel that way?
Yeah, we're definitely going to have a rocky season.
Yeah.
I love Billy Napier. He was brought to Florida to recruit,
Yeah.
and he's done that. Florida had the number 3 recruiting class in the nation,
No way.
right behind Georgia and Michigan. So that should tell you something. The 2 teams that made it to the playoffs last year,
Exactly.
obviously Georgia wins it, they're going to have a number 1 recruiting class.
Yeah.
They're just, you want to come, it's like the Bamas.
Yeah.
You know, you want to come here to win a championship, come here. All the 5 stars come here.
Yeah.
Michigan's one of the top programs. They won the Big Ten championship last year over Ohio State.
Yeah.
They did get put out by TCU, but I mean, still, playoffs.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So they have the number 2 recruiting class, but Florida, a 6 and 7 football team, has number 3 recruiting class in the nation.
That's crazy.
That's pretty legit.
I know.
That's
Oh.
exciting for the future.
Yeah.
You know, and we picked up a quarterback in the transfer portal.
So I was going to ask.
Yeah, we picked him up. Graham Mertz. He was from Wisconsin. I'm not sold.
Really?
No, they named him the starting quarterback this past week, I think, after open practice. Billy Napier named him starting quarterback, and he was a turnover machine at Wisconsin.
Really?
Yeah, turnover machine, very inconsistent. We have a badass, I think he's a 4-star recruit, DJ Lagway. It's just a badass. I love
Really?
watching him play. I love watching his high school highlights.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Graham Mertz is going to struggle early, especially against Utah.
Yeah.
He may not be taken out against Utah. I mean, unless we're getting blown out,
Yeah.
you know, because Utah is returning Cam Rising, and I think their tight end's returning as well. Cam Rising is a freaking dog as much as I hate him.
Yeah.
He's a dog, and he's going to carry that team to probably contending for the playoffs,
No way.
in my opinion. Yeah,
Jeez.
for sure.
It's like that.
Yeah, because I mean USC lost Caleb Williams, and I don't really see any other program in the Pac-12 giving Utah trouble. Utah, even with
Yeah.
Caleb Williams last year, Utah beat USC twice. Beat them in the regular season,
Yeah.
and they beat them in the Pac-12 championship.
No way.
Mhm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so you know it's one of those games where it's like, yeah, we're probably gonna get beat, but I would love for Graham Mertz to get benched early and put DJ Lagway in there. He's a freshman. Just let him get some experience. Let him get out there on the field.
He's a freshman.
He is a freshman. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Let him get out there on the field. Let him learn the ropes, and let this number 3 recruiting class age a little bit. Get them out there working. I mean, we're not. If we make a bowl game this year, I'm happy.
Yeah.
You know,
I
we're
get
not
it.
winning the SEC East.
Yeah.
Georgia, Tennessee, South Carolina, they're going to make it way more difficult for us than we have to. Florida is competing with Vanderbilt and Missouri at the bottom of the heap right now.
Yeah.
And, you know, the dogs up top right now, crazy to say it, are going to be Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, and honestly, sleeper Missouri.
Really?
Yeah, Missouri's doing pretty good. They've done a pretty good job, and they've got some returning guys, so they're gonna be a sleeper team.
So you're feeling pretty good about Tennessee?
Yeah, I am feeling pretty good about Tennessee. Tennessee had the number 10 recruiting class.
Okay.
Which is not terrible.
Yeah.
You know.
Is that in the whole NCAA football?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think they do like top. I think they can rank them all the way down, but I think they do like top 50.
Oh, okay. 10's not bad then.
No, not at all. 10,
okay.
To have the 10th best recruiting class is pretty damn good.
Yeah, and they already know who their quarterback's going to be.
Yeah.
So,
Joe Milton, I'm excited to watch him play.
Me too.
They got a guy on their team right now. I can't remember his last name. It's killing me. But his first name is Squirrel.
Squirrel?
His first name is Squirrel.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they got some returning guys. I believe their center's returning. I can't remember his name. And they've had some guys that have played on the offensive line off and on from last year. Tennessee's going to be good. Tennessee might give Georgia a fit.
Really?
I would think so.
I would hope so. I like it when Tennessee's doing good. I'm not a crazy college football person, but being from this area, I really like seeing them doing good. Everyone's just kind of in a better mood. You know what I mean? Everyone's like, wow, it's orange and white, baby, let's go.
Yeah,
you know
everybody's excited for Saturday.
Exactly.
You know?
And I like that. I like feeling it.
Oh, I do too. And especially with, me and Hannah going to so many games.
That's crazy.
It's a great atmosphere.
Yeah.
Regardless, even if Tennessee is winless, that's still a great atmosphere because those guys show out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Florida's going to have a year.
Yeah.
I hope we can make a bowl game. I think we can. It's just that the SEC East has gotten a lot better than years past, especially with Tennessee and Kentucky and South Carolina coming up with Beamer Ball down there in Columbia. It's going to be an interesting college football season.
Yeah. What's Beamer Ball?
Beamer Ball?
Yeah.
Shane Beamer is their coach.
Oh, okay.
And he puts a lot of emphasis on special teams play.
Oh, okay.
So I think their punter last year, he's got bugs in here.
I know. I said that fly. He's getting me.
Beamer Ball, and he puts a lot of emphasis on special teams, and I think that they're...
on your forehead.
Did I get him? No.
Is he on your face? Dude, I'm sorry. Sorry, there's a bug flying around.
Beamer Ball is but Beamer Ball is basically, he puts a lot of emphasis on special teams play, and I'm pretty sure that their punter had, like, a decent amount. Is it on me again? Oh, he had a decent amount.
I'm just kidding, dude. I'm so sorry.
Okay, one more time. Ready?
Yeah.
He puts a lot of emphasis on special teams play.
Let's get back to Beamer Ball. Fuck, dude. I'm sorry. It's just the whole let's not laugh is what's getting me.
That fly is killing me.
I know, dude. I know it.
I don't know if it's a fly or a mosquito or what.
I don't know what it is either. But, dude, when I saw it land on your head and you didn't even see it there, I was just like, fuck. And then whenever you touched it, it looked like it was crawling around on your finger.
Honestly, if you want to pause it real quick, I can crank that bitch on. I can kill them all.
But
Beamer Ball. Be right back.
Wait.
Just ask me what is Beamer Ball again.
Okay. Okay.
I
I gotta try not to laugh, dude. Fuck, dude.
Beamer Ball is. Oh shit. Got the giggles, son. I'm just gonna truck through this.
Okay.
It's all good.
So what's Beamer Ball?
Beamer Ball.
I'm trying, bro. Oh, man, I'm trying.
Beamer Ball is basically Shane Beamer, head coach of South Carolina, puts a lot of emphasis on special teams play, and they're notorious for running fakes and everything. And I'm pretty sure their punter has like a handful of like passing touchdowns himself.
I'm so freaking sorry.
Anyway.
Oh, we were geeking out before this over
Yeah.
this stupid bug, and I can't get rid of the giggles. I'm sorry.
But anyway, past the Beamer Ball, yeah, the SEC East is pretty stacked. But getting back to the slate of games that we have on hand, next weekend.
Dude, I'm
I'm gonna whop you right in the thigh. Just
You have every right to do it, dude. I need to get serious here. Oh my gosh.
okay.
Dead puppies, dude.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, getting back to this slate of games that we have, not this weekend, but next weekend.
That was you. That was you.
I know! Dead puppies.
What a
Dead
ride.
puppies. Yeah, so getting back to this slate of games.
Shoot the outro.
Yeah, for real. Why do we do this?
I don't know.
But there's going to be this next slate of games that we got coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend. There's going to be... it's getting easier.
It is.
It's getting easier.
I hope so.
There's going to be a whole slate of footage. It's unusable.
I do use it.
But yeah, so SEC East is going to be pretty stout this year with Beamer Ball down there in South Carolina. Beamer Ball's a trigger word. I can't say it. This is the Off the Rip podcast.
Do you want to get it on camera of you slapping me?
No, I'm not going to slap you.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'll let you do it.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Don't
with
say
those,
it.
I'm not going to say it. With those slated games, Florida's going to kick it off Thursday. I'm just going to keep going.
Dude, please go. I'll take a timeout.
Florida's going to kick it off Thursday, going up against Utah. And everybody's really talking about the Florida and Utah game. And everybody's talking about FSU and LSU playing. FSU is number 8 in the country, with LSU being number 5 in the country. But don't sleep on the Duke-Clemson game. Clemson's number 9 in the country. They have a quarterback, Cade Klubnik. He's really hot and cold. So, like, for example, last year, in the ACC Championship, they played UNC. Kicked the shit out of UNC 39-10. And he played great. 0 interceptions, whole lot of passing yards, good completion rate. Then they turn around and play Tennessee in the Orange Bowl. And
That's what I thought.
Tennessee
That's what-
whipped that ass 31-14. And he had 2 interceptions. Just, I mean, awful play. He looked terrible. So
Yeah.
he is hot or cold. He's probably put in a lot of work in the offseason, so that may be a different story. But don't sleep on that Duke game. If that's one of the games that you can tune in on, I'm calling it right now. That might be the earliest upset we see this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I really think so. I really
and that's
think
game
so.
1?
Yeah, that's game 1 of the season. That's going to be a possible upset. I think so. Duke's returning a bunch of starters, and I think people are kind of sleeping on them. I think that spread is only 12 points. And for a 9th-ranked team to be playing Duke, which is not a historically known football school, for the point spread to only be 12, that's kind of crazy.
Wow.
You know?
I mean, that's 2 heavily basketball schools.
Yeah.
Both of them.
Yeah, well, I mean, Clemson, though, is...
Well, okay. I was thinking of UNC.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Clemson, yeah. Clemson's
Definitely have
been dogs in college football. But yeah, that's I mean, we got a lot of good games on the slate coming up this weekend. FSU LSU is going to be a really, really good one. I can't stand FSU or LSU, so I really don't know who to root for in that one.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm probably going to root for FSU just because,
Really?
yeah, I can't stand LSU.
Really?
And I can't stand Brian Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who Brian Kelly is.
He was the head coach of Notre Dame for a while. And then right before Notre Dame's bowl game, literally right before it, a couple days before, he accepted the job at LSU for a head coach.
Jeez.
And just left them without a coach for a bowl game.
No way.
Came down to LSU. He did some sort of like halftime basketball thing for like one of the first games for the LSU basketball season. And he came out, I think it was pregame, not even halftime. And he comes out and is like trying to ramp up the crowd for being their new football head coach, and he does a fake Southern accent.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's
purposefully?
He's like, yeah. He's like, I'm happy to be welcome to the LSU family or something like that. And it's like, bro, you are not from the South.
Really?
Why would you do that?
Lord.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things. It's just like, I don't fuck with you.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
That's strange.
It was very strange. I don't like the guy anyway. So I would love to see his season completely derailed from the beginning. I'm getting my hate out. Sorry.
Yeah, I get it, dude.
But I will say, with Florida being the way that we are this year, I've had the privilege of watching my team win a handful of national championships, be dominant in the SEC, win a handful of SEC championships, win the SEC East and everything like that. So, like, I'm kind of at the point now to where, like, Tennessee fans were 5 years ago. You know?
Yeah.
I kind of got to take it for a while.
Yeah.
And I got a feeling we're in it for the long haul for the next couple of years.
Nice.
I have high hopes for Billy Napier. I really do. His offense is a little unorthodox. I don't know how it's going to fare in the SEC. When Anthony Richardson was running it correctly last year, it looked good. It looked unstoppable. But, you know, there were games where it just wasn't clicking and it looked terrible. But I am a fan. I'm on the Billy Napier bandwagon right now. I think he can do it. He was brought to Florida to recruit. He's got the number 3 recruiting class. So hopefully it's a really quick rebuild, because Florida's had those in the past. Florida's, you know, had highs of SEC championships and then lows of losing seasons right after. But yeah, so that all leads me into the point of, if your school that you support as a college is not contending for their division first place to make it to your conference championship, to make it to the playoffs, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Be happy if your team makes a bowl game, because especially for teams like Florida this year, and for fans of smaller schools in the ACC, like Virginia Tech is one of them, you know, just be happy if your team makes a bowl game, because in retrospect, a bowl game for those teams is an equal achievement as making the playoffs or conference championship for these big dog teams. Everybody's expecting Georgia, Bama, LSU maybe, Clemson to make a run, Michigan, Ohio State, all these teams to make runs for their conference championships and to make runs for the playoffs. But, like, that is an equal achievement to these lower teams that are in rebuilding periods or just having a rough patch, you know, changing head coaches or what have you. So making a bowl game is super respectable. And with all the new playoff changes that have happened, everybody's saying, you know, like, bowl games don't matter if you don't make it to the playoffs and, like, all this stuff. But, like, I don't think that's true at all.
Yeah.
I mean,
you definitely hear that a lot, though. I've heard that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you don't make the playoffs, your games don't mean anything. I was like, no, not at all. Why do you think these bowl games make millions of dollars on TV? Because people want to watch them.
Yeah.
And if your team makes a bowl game, you get to go to an extra game if you want.
Yeah.
You know, especially like last year, Florida played in Las Vegas. You know, so it's like, it's something cool. I think they played in Las Vegas. I may be talking out of my ass, but I think they did. But a bowl game in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah,
you
exactly. Oh, hell yeah.
So, I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, don't get your hopes up if you're not making the, you know, or don't get down on yourself or your team if you're not making these conference championships or not making these playoffs or whatever. Like, bro, if you make a bowl game and you win your bowl game, like, that's equally as respectable.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
That's having a rough season and your team still having the grit and determination to, like, go out there and win their bowl game.
Yeah.
You know, that says a lot. But yeah, I guess that's kind of my spiel on college football. If you can't tell, I'm fucking excited.
Oh yeah, dude.
I am so excited for college football.
Yeah, you are that dude when it comes to that. Like, I know that's, dude, watching you grow up as we've grown up together, you have been such a die-hard college football fan. Florida fan, let alone just college football fan. So
it is such a dope environment.
Yeah.
I love the feeling of college football.
Yeah.
I love football in general. The NFL, don't get me wrong, yeah, it's awesome. But, like, college football just means more, in my opinion. There's so many schools, there's so many different colors, so many different designs, so many different logos. You know what I mean? It's fun. Like,
it's more spirit there.
Yeah, there's a lot more spirit. It means more because, especially like I said before, like, alumni, you studied school, or you went to school there, you studied there, you learned about yourself there, you grew into who you are now at these schools.
Yeah.
Like, it means more. Like, that's like a second home to you.
That's very true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I didn't go to UT, but, like, going to these games with, like, Hannah and her family and, like, having the experiences at these games and, like, them, even though I'm a Florida fan, them still offering me the tickets.
Yeah.
Them, going down there with us.
Yeah.
You know, building a relationship at these games and stuff. Like, yeah, it's starting to feel like, yeah, UT's kind of a second home for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's cool.
And I can really root for them as long as they're not playing Florida.
Yeah.
I can root for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm never going to flip.
Yeah.
I'm not going to flip like that.
No, it's cool.
Florida's my team.
Yeah.
I've loved them since I came out the womb.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
One of my first toys as a kid was a little Albert the Gator, like, plushie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I love that thing.
That's cool, though. Do you still have it?
I wish I did.
I hate
It busted.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, it busted, and then my dog got a hold of it, and that was the end of Albert.
Okay. Yeah. R.I.P.
R.I.P. But I love that thing, man.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Tennessee's starting to feel like a second home. They're good at football, too, so, you know, it's fun to go to these games. You know, a close college game, it takes an hour and a half to get there.
Yeah,
we can go hang out with her brother the night before, spend the night with him. You know, get to build a relationship with my brother-in-law.
Yeah, that's
all that to say, thanks to college football.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. College football just means more. You know?
Does.
And not to mention the vibes.
Yeah.
The vibes of waking up on a Saturday morning, it's like 8:30 if you're not a degenerate.
Yeah. Hey, you might be calling some people out, dude.
No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
But for me,
no, I feel you, dude.
But for me, I usually get up that early.
Yeah, me too.
I'm getting up at like 5 o'clock in the morning during the week, so like
exactly.
8:30 is like, golly, I slept great.
Yeah.
But waking up at that time, getting a hot coffee going, go climb on the couch, turn it on. Kirk Herbstreit and the boys are kicking it on there. Just the sounds of the crowd that all these people have showed out for college game day, going nuts. They're doing their predictions for all these games outside. It's sunny but cold.
Yeah.
The leaves are falling.
Yeah.
Dude, it is such a vibe. And then, guess what? You don't gotta move all day long. You just chill on the couch all day.
Yeah.
And don't feel bad about it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And you just watch game after game after game, and it's, I don't know, it's just such a vibe. Yeah, I'm so excited for this college football season. I'm so excited for football to be back. And I'll be watching the NFL too, but college football's it, bro.
Yeah. Is there even usually college football on Sunday?
No, not usually.
Yeah.
I think there is for this like first like week or two because the NFL's not started.
Yeah, exactly.
And they stretch out these games and everything. Like I think there's a game Monday night. After this Saturday, it'll be Florida, and then they'll have games Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So there will be college football on all weekend, not this weekend, but next.
Jeez.
Yeah, weekend of the 25th, I think.
Yeah.
There'll be college football on all week.
Yeah.
Turn around September 2nd weekend. That's when college football, like, everybody's playing.
Yeah.
Everybody's playing their cupcake games. You have a couple, like, crazy matchups coming up. So that September 2nd weekend will be fun. That's when we go to Nashville to watch Tennessee take on Virginia.
Yeah, that'll be fun,
at
dude.
Nissan.
You're going to Tennessee, Virginia, Tennessee, Florida. Are you going to a third one?
Yeah, we're going to Tennessee, Texas A&M, at Tennessee.
Oh, that's right. Texas A&M. Okay.
Which is going to be a good one. I hope Tennessee kicks the shit out of Jimbo Fisher and his Aggies. I can't stand Jimbo Fisher. Jimbo Fisher got paid millions of dollars to suck.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez.
They were not that great.
Yeah.
Not what they should have been.
Yeah.
For them to pay Jimbo, honestly, maybe more than Nick Saban. Man, maybe not more than Nick Saban. It's close. He rivaled Nick Saban for most. Yeah, for most. They brought up the checkbook for him. And he had like a mediocre season.
How long has he been the coach there?
2 years.
That's it.
Yeah.
Wow. Did he come from anywhere?
Yeah, Jimbo came from Florida State.
Okay.
He coached Jameis Winston.
Oh.
In a national championship team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, he's a good coach.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, he's just not faring well in the SEC so far.
Yeah.
The SEC's that conference, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's college football's coming up, bro, and I'm super excited for this.
Heck yeah, dude. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for everybody.
Yeah.
I can feel it in the air too, and I'm not watching it every Saturday, but dude, I love it. You know what I mean?
Dude,
I'm here for the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if you noticed that there were a bunch of cuts in the last segment, me and Tucker were straight geeking out just a minute ago.
We got the giggles.
We got the freaking giggles. Oh my gosh. So we can put those at the end for the bloopers, or we may leave them in there. We don't know yet. I don't know yet. But we'll talk to the editing team and see what they do.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you wanna hop over into the starting five?
You wanna get in the starting five?
Yeah, I'm down for the starting five.
Alright, dude.
So like we said last episode, Jordan McAvoy, shout out the boy.
Mm-hmm.
He had commented that we do our starting five as sit down restaurants.
Yes.
And I think we can both agree, chains. So that way, like
Chains.
everybody,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's not like some like one-off restaurant that we've been to that probably nobody else has ever been to.
No, I feel you.
So we're good with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
There may be one in there.
that's all
for
good.
me.
That's all good.
Yeah, my number one actually low key might be not a chain.
That's
but-
all good. That's all good. But yeah, do you want to go ahead and start? I've kind of rambled on about college football.
Sure.
So.
Yeah. Oh, so top 5 chain restaurants. I haven't written it down, but I have a pretty dang good idea inside my head. So like as we always know, 5 being the least favorite, 1 being my favorite. I'm gonna start off number 5, and I think this is a chain restaurant, but I'm gonna give it a little bit low of a score. But this is my favorite food ever. And I don't know if these are everywhere. It's buffet style. Is Pizza Inn. Pizza Inn. The closest one that we have is in Elizabethton. There used to be one in Johnson City. The one in Elizabethton actually closed down for like a year, then reopened. Dude, oh my gosh. If you haven't gone to Pizza Inn, seriously give it a shot. The pizza is subpar. It's alright. They have a cookie pizza that is the most fire dessert that I've ever ate. If I have if I'm getting in the electric chair, I'm on death row, like that
Your
cookie
last meal.
pizza, that's my last meal. Like, no kidding. It is so...
That sounds fire.
Dude, it's so good. You gotta try it. It is so good. Me and Hannah will literally drive 45 minutes. If we're just in that mood where we want something sweet, we will drive there just to get that, and it is so worth it. It is so good, especially if you have a sweet tooth, and mine is ridiculous. Like, I have a never-ending sweet tooth. Pizza Inn's cookie pizza, so Pizza Inn for me is going to be number 5. Number 4. Number 4, it's a great place to go on a date. It's just a great restaurant in general. I like it because of their Parmesan crusted steak. Is Longhorn Steakhouse.
Yep.
Dude.
A great place to go on a date.
Dude, Longhorn Steakhouse is so fire. It is so good, and it's like there's this one meal. It's like a sirloin, and it comes with shrimp. Mm-hmm. And I think it's like either garlic or Parmesan and crusted.
Parmesan crusted, yeah.
Parmesan crusted steak, dude. It is so good. It is fantastic, and so for that reason, Longhorn Steakhouse. We go there all the time, but we only go there when we have a gift card.
Oh, really?
But it's like, I feel like we get like those whatever gift cards that have like Cheddar's and Olive Garden and Longhorn on it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's the company that owns it.
Yeah, it is. It is. And there's like Bahama Breeze, which I've never even seen one. Mm-hmm. But, man, Longhorn is so good. Longhorn number 4. Number 3. It's another pizza place. And I'm going to put it at number 3. I don't know. This could be a chain too, because I know there's one in Kingsport and there's one in Johnson City. I have not seen one anywhere else. But Main Street Pizza.
Yeah.
Dude, Main Street Pizza is so good. And they have a Parmesan crusted crust.
Yeah.
They have Parmesan crust. And dude,
Yeah.
if it's cooked right, it tastes like you're biting into a giant Cheez-It. And it is so good. Oh my gosh. So, get some feta cheese on a medium pizza. I don't even like salad, but they have the best salads ever. Mm-hmm. Comes with eggs, bacon, carrots, spinach, lettuce, onion. Dude, I don't like tomatoes, so I get no tomatoes on that. Main Street Pizza, number 3. Number 2, coming in at number 2. It's just a great restaurant. This for sure is a chain. Chop House.
Oh, yeah.
Chop House is so good. I could eat Chop House every day of the week. Steak, whatever you get. Anything you get from there is good. Even the chicken tenders are good.
Yeah. If your wallet allows it, you'd eat there every day.
Exactly. Yeah, no kidding. Great soups. Oh my gosh. The Chop House, you already know. Don't want to ramble on too much about Chop House, but Chop House is gas. Mm-hmm. Number one, I know for a fact it's not a chain, but you'd think it's a chain if you live in this area. Me and Hannah,
I know it is.
on my life, we eat here at least, like it is consistent, we eat here at least once a week, sometimes twice. Number one, La Coretta.
Yeah.
Dude, if you're local, La Coretta is just, some people hate on it.
Yeah.
Some people think it's the best Mexican food ever.
Yeah.
Which, in my opinion, I feel that way, but it's just because I grew up eating it my whole life. Number 7, beef nachos. Number 31, dude. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Shout out Mexican.
Yeah, shout out Mexican.
The small chain Mexican restaurants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So good.
So good. All right, so my number 5 was Pizza Inn. Number 4, Longhorn. Number 3, Main Street. Number 2, Chop House. Number 1, La Coretta.
It's a pretty good list.
Yeah.
I'm going to start my starting 5 off with an honorable mention. Honorable mention goes to Mellow Mushroom.
Oh, great, dude. Fantastic.
And, yeah, their pizza is really good, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But it's more so the vibes of
Yeah.
dollar slice night on Mondays.
Yeah, dude.
I can't tell you how many times in college, you know, right after work, because I worked at a car wash that was literally right across the street from a Mellow Mushroom in Johnson City.
Yeah.
Me and my buddies who closed on the car wash, my buddies that weren't working, came from the apartment, met us there, dollar slice night, $1.50 Rolling Rock beer.
Yes, dude.
Dude, I mean, you'd come out of there feeling like a pig. You ate and drank so much.
Yeah.
For $20.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Especially being in college, being broke, like, can't beat it. So, yeah, my honorable mentions going to Mellow Mushroom Pizza. My number 5, La Coretta. Number 5 is La
Respect
Coretta.
it.
I love La Coretta, don't get me wrong.
It's still on that all-time, dude. I
Yeah,
respect it.
It's still on the all-time.
Yeah.
La Coretta is the GOAT. So, like you said, some people argue that there's another chain in our restaurant or in our area called Santa Fe.
Oh, yeah.
Some people would argue that it's better.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Yeah.
OG, man. OG.
Respect.
As much cheese as I can get on my dish, the better.
And dude,
they
their
load
cheese
it
is
up.
fire.
It's so good. So
I
yeah,
know it
and
is.
that small. I still think it's a chain
Yeah.
around this
Yeah,
ow's at
it
least.
is,
It's kind of
yeah.
like a Pow's sort of.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But yeah, number 5 is La Coretta.
Yeah.
My number 4 is Cheddar's.
Cheddar's.
I know that's a chain. Cheddar's, just for the food in general, is delicious. It's like home style, cooked, and it's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And the vibes of like growing up, going there with
Yeah.
like family, and you know it's a good date night, especially if you don't want to break the bank. You can get out of there for $50 for
Yeah.
the 2 of you.
Yeah.
The spinach dip, you always got to get the spinach dip. The honey croissant, oh my, honey butter croissants,
Yes,
dude.
sir.
I mean, Lord, and everything on the menu is fire. The chicken tenders are fire.
Oh, so
One of the best things about Cheddar's is their ranch. Some of the best ranch I've ever had.
I hate ranch.
That's what
I
that's
know.
a hot
I
take.
do hate ranch, and I definitely get shat on because of that.
Yeah, but Cheddar's ranch unmatched. You can get steak and chicken tenders. Their steak is good. You can get your fries loaded with bacon and cheese if you're really trying to go all out.
Yeah.
I mean, just Cheddar's just got the buffalo chicken wrap. It's fire.
salmon, bro.
Their salmon, yeah,
Their
salmon is
salmon's
good too.
so good.
They
I
just
love
got
it.
they just got so many good things on the menu that you're never not gonna find something you want.
That's very true.
So yeah, my number 4 is Cheddar's. My number 3. If you can't tell, I'm kind of going with the vibe along with the food, but my number 3 is Waffle House.
Waffle House, dude. I easily could have been in my top 5 too.
I love breakfast food,
Yeah.
and nobody does breakfast food like Waffle House.
Hey, man.
Nobody does. IHOP, get
Yeah.
the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Don't compare, dude.
Yeah.
Waffle House is the shit.
They're so good.
Especially after, you know, you a night out with your friends, and you go hit Waffle House at like 2 in the morning. Shit just hits different.
It does. It really does. I'm drooling thinking about
I
it.
know, dude. It's so good.
It
It's
really
so
is.
good. And it's that diner feel. You walk in there,
Yeah.
and it smells like a mixture of, like, pine sol and bacon.
Yeah.
And it just hits different.
Yeah.
You know? It's a great restaurant. So.
And even the chefs, like you look at the chefs and you know that homeboy just got out a couple days ago.
Yeah.
The girl checking you out, it's probably on meth right now, but it's like, it is consistent every single time, dude.
Fire every time.
It is so good.
So that's my number 3 is Waffle House. My number 2, another great date night spot, immaculate vibes, Carrabba's.
God.
Yeah.
Son, dude.
I'm a sucker for Italian food, bro.
I get it.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Carrabba's does it right. Carrabba's is like, Olive Garden's okay. It's good for like a quick in and out, but like Carrabba's, you can go sit down, you can enjoy some wine.
Yes, dude.
Pretty much authentic Italian food.
It is.
And dude, it's so good. The vibes are so good in there. Low lighting, you feel like you're fancy. You know, just all around good food, good vibes. Carrabba's is my number 2.
I know they give you the bread with the olive oil and with the little herbs on it.
Dude.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Son, dude,
I'm telling you.
It could have been
You're
my
gonna
top
get
5
lockjaw
too.
over here.
It is, dude. Carrabba's is fire.
Yeah, Carrabba's number 2. My number 1. And I am a meat eater. I have to have meat with every meal. Red meat, I don't care what anybody says, it's not bad for you if it's the right meat. And this place does it right without really breaking the bank. It's Longhorn.
Oh, I already know that.
Dude,
I feel you.
the ribeye there.
Yeah.
I mean, I will spend money on a good steak.
Yeah.
I can't justify spending money on like a burger or a sandwich or, you know, anything else, but a steak, I will pay you good money if it tastes good.
Yeah.
If you make it right, if you have the sides to go along with it, like their mac and cheese, son.
Yeah.
Their broccoli, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And their bread, that like dark bread.
Man.
Sheesh, man.
Hard on the outside, soft on the inside.
Yes, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that place is top tier. I love when we go there for date night.
Ah, dude, it's so good.
And I don't care to take my card. I don't care what it costs. We're here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, dude.
And I'm doing it right. So, yeah. My number 1 of all time, Longhorns.
Mad respect, dude.
Dude, great restaurants.
Yeah.
So, just to run it back, honorable mention, Mellow Mushroom. Number 5 is La Coretta. My number 4 is Cheddar's. My number 3 is Waffle House. My number 2 is Carrabba's. My number 1, Longhorn Steakhouse.
Let's go. It's a great starting 5.
Yeah.
It's a great
both
starting
both
5.
those lists are really good.
Yeah.
Yours is very pizza heavy, though. I know you really
dude.
fuck with pizza like that, though.
Dude, I feel like I'm a freaking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of that, I really want to see that new movie.
Yeah, I do too.
Oh my gosh.
It looks really good.
I'm so stoked on it. Reviews already came out. It's got a 95 on Rotten Tomatoes. For an animated movie to have that high rate on Rotten Tomatoes, I'm so stoked about it.
Is it Ice Cube is the main villain that voices it?
I don't know.
I can't remember. It's somebody like that.
Seth Rogen produced the movie.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Or directed, whichever one he did. But
What is that one? What's that one song lyric where it's like 7 a.m. cops knocking on my door or something like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
He says that in the movie, in the preview.
Does he?
Yeah, he like kicks in the door and he says that. The villain does.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was watching it. And I watched the trailer and it looked dope.
I think the trailer looks dope
I
too.
love that animation too. It's kind of like that Spider-Verse.
It's like Spider-Verse animation. It is, yeah. I really like it too. They use those it's like the
comic book almost.
The comic book dots.
Yes.
It's like you see the dots on the screen.
Yeah.
There's a term for that I don't know, but I knew it whenever I was watching Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse. Anyway, I think that's gonna be a banger of a movie.
Yeah.
I really look forward to it.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah. Well, while we have you on the horn, please comment your starting 5 of what your favorite sit-down restaurants are, and please send us another comment for the next starting 5 that we shoot in the next episode. We really appreciate your all's comments, the likes, the subscriptions. We're so appreciative of that. And like Tucker was saying earlier in the episode, we're reaching out to people, and we are reaching out to people, but we haven't been turned down by anybody, so it's not like we're reaching out to all these people and then they're being like, no, so we're not like thirsty. But we really do want to work with people, you know what I mean? In the least thirstiest sense, like we really want to collaborate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think you were sounding thirsty whenever you're saying
No.
that.
And I don't think that they think we're thirsty either.
Okay.
But it is just, that's part of the grind.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's part of the grind, getting out there, letting people know that, you know, we're interested in having you on. We're interested in having anybody on, really, just because, like we said in the beginning, just getting on here and, like, getting exposure for yourself. And even if you're not doing anything, like, creative-wise, like, just get on here and kick it. I mean, everybody that subscribes to us, for the most part, I believe, is people we know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
People that we can reach on our Instagrams.
Yeah.
People we can reach on our Snapchats.
Yeah.
So, like, those are people that we know, friends of, you know, have had relationships in the past.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'd be dope to get on here and kick it with anybody.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, it's such a good time sitting here talking.
Yeah,
and just like ranting about college football or our favorite sit down restaurants.
Yeah.
You know, it's just fun.
Anything.
And plus, getting a platform to people that want to get their stuff out there.
Yeah.
Want to get more eyes on their stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah, you come down, chop it up. We'll talk about life.
Yeah.
For real, anything.
Talk about anything, man.
Yeah.
That's what this podcast is about. But
exactly.
yeah, make sure you guys go down there, comment for the next starting five. Also, for the video, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and make sure you comment. And yeah, I guess we'll see you in the next one. It's been fun.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let's do it again. Peace.